welcome back. It's Shelby, and today I am trying out some different lighting techniques, so we'll see how that goes because it's super dark and stormy out and I can't get the light to save my life. So anyway, we are going to be doing a Does It Work video today. You all know that I like pressing flowers for crafts, and now that it's summer, there's finally some flowers out there. If you want to check out some of my previous pressed flower videos, I will link them above, just kind of how I do it, and I think I made bookmarks or something out of them because I like to do that. I think it's cool. Anyway, there is another technique for pressing flowers that I have come across, and it's not like really like pressing them. I mean, there's pressing involved, but like for mine, I usually like press them between a book and then just like leave them there for a few weeks. And this one apparently you can do in a couple minutes in a microwave. So I heard about it and I wanted to try it out. And so this isn't my information. I actually found this on a website called resinobsession.com, which appears to be a website about like where you can like purchase products to make resin crafts, like purchase the resin, the molds, things to go in there. So it seems pretty cool, but they also run blog postings, which is where I found this. So I'll link the website down below because that's where I got this information. So if you want to review it yourself in better detail, that's where this is coming from. And basically it seems really cool, but I'm not 100% sure if it'll work or not, so I thought I'd test it out, because if there is a faster way to make pressed flowers, that's awesome, because they literally take weeks. So basically, from what I'm gathering, is you get your fresh flowers and then you put them in a piece of like printer paper or tissue paper, and then fold it in half and then smush that in a paper towel and put it under a weight and microwave it for a minute to a minute 15, and then you have pressed flowers that are like fully colored and dried and beautiful. So we're gonna give that a try. I have a microwave and flowers and paper. So that's what this video is gonna be about, basically just seeing if it works. But like I said, I will link the original blog post down below in the description, along with my socials. And yeah, give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Consider subscribing. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and let's try this. Okay, so I have a couple beautiful flowers, some really vibrant ones. I've got red, pink, and then a few blue ones. I don't have a ton just because I don't know if this will work or not, so there's no point in just like destroying a bunch of flowers if it's not going to work. So just kind of a handful. I've already pre-creased my paper, so I'm just gonna kind of let these fold out a little bit and then fold the paper over. And then I guess you just like wrap a paper towel around that and then put it in the microwave with a flat weight on it. So to the microwave. So we're gonna pop the flowers in. And then the only really like flat weight I have is this wooden cutting board. So that's just gonna go on top and flatten it down, and then 30-second increments for a minute to a minute 15. I'm not sure, it's not really clear whether or not you like pull it out and look at them after 30 minutes, or you just like, I don't know, maybe you look at them, because she said between a minute and a minute 15. So I guess you just look at them and see if they need more. But we're getting there, so yeah, we'll just wait and check after 30 seconds and then see what's up with them, I guess. 3, 2, 1, ding! Okay. First 30-second check. The wood's actually really warm. Oh, okay, well, the paper's sticky. But you can see, I can see color coming through, so I'm thinking moisture is actually coming out. Ooh, a lot of moisture, okay. Interesting. It also like smells like flowers. Like it smells like flowers in a vase after like 3 days, if that makes sense. So we're just gonna pop that back on for another 30 seconds. Kind of see what happens with that. I wasn't expecting so much water to come out. I know there was like a little sprinkling of water on the blue flowers, and the pink flower was a little bit thicker petals, so it probably had a lot of moisture in there. And I know microwaves work by like zapping water. Okay, I don't actually know how microwaves work. It's a really small micro frequency wave, so I think it attacks the water molecules though, pretty sure. Could be totally wrong. All right, here we go. So we are at a minute. I don't know how it like magically ends up backwards every time. Oh, okay. Pink one could definitely cook for a little bit longer. See some moisture there. The moisture is kind of drying. You know what? Let's give it the full minute 15. Why not? I'll do this properly because I definitely don't think it's completely done. Also, we'll just pull it after 15 seconds. The board is pretty warm, and she had used a glass in the blog post, which was interesting. She said that the glass got really hot, but I'm wondering if the heat of the weight, the board or the glass or whatever you use, kind of contributes to the pressing. There we go. Minute 15. Let's give it a try. She did also say based on your microwave. It's backwards again. How does it do that? Based on your microwave, it might take more or less, so we will find out. Water's basically dry. No longer smells like flowers. Let's take a look and we'll see if we have to press them anymore. Okay, so I just pulled the flowers out of the microwave and I haven't actually opened them yet. That's what we've got. They're definitely flat. You can see there's a lot of moisture being pressed out. On the back side, some moisture being pressed out as well. I don't know if they're actually dry though. The blue ones have lost a little bit of color. Oh no, that's the back side. On the front side, they're still pretty colorful. They definitely look flat. I'm not sure they're dry though. Like they're too limp. They still feel a little bit soggy. The red flower looks dried. I don't know if it'll pick this up on camera, but the red flower almost looks like it has little bubbles in the leaves. Can I get that? Try and focus on that. Like it almost looks like little bubbles of moisture in the leaf, which I think is kind of interesting. These little blue flowers are the smallest and they are not completely dry yet, so I'm gonna pop this in for another 30 seconds and see. That might be too long, but we're gonna try for another 30 seconds and see what that does. So I wasn't filming the microwave scene for the last 30 seconds, but it actually ended up opening towards me for a change, so just in case you guys were wondering. So let's open this up and take a look. It is stuck a little bit. Oh, it is pulling my pink flower apart. Sad sauce. Okay. Take a look at our blue flowers. They feel pretty dry. They feel delicate. They don't feel the same as when I press them during a book, in between tissue in a book and leave it for weeks. It's about 30 seconds longer than the thing said, but they do look flat. They do look dry. They've retained their color. I definitely think this is something that works. It's just when I'm touching them, I'm leaving fingerprint imprints in the stems. These are very delicate stems. They're very small, and I'm not convinced they're 100% dry, but I do definitely think that this is something that would work because a lot of moisture is coming out onto the paper. So I think, like the blog says, like play around, because a lot of microwaves have like different wattages and like your timing might differ. And as far as like preserving the color, it's there. Like they're flat, the color's there. They definitely don't have as much moisture as they started. I think if I do get the timing right on my microwave, this might actually totally work. I was kind of expecting them to turn crispy brown, not gonna lie, but they didn't. My pink flower has seen better days. That was the one that had a lot of moisture in it to start with. I'm gonna try and get my red flower up. That's the other thing too, is like you have to be able to get them up. And to be fair, in my flower pressing, I used tissue paper, not printer paper, but it said use printer paper, so I was just following the instructions. I'm gonna try and lift this off. Let's see if we can do this. You see? Yeah, okay. Definitely still a little soggy. Yep, definitely. Ooh, it's tearing apart. Okay, well, like I said, I don't think my drying times were correct, but I think that the principle's there. This is not a fully dried flower. This still has a lot of moisture in it, but I think that had it been fully dried, it would have come off the paper pretty easily. So yeah, while it didn't work for me, I'm gonna say this is probably a very legitimate way of drying flowers in a microwave. My little purple flowers turned out beautifully. I don't think they're fully dry, but yeah, so I'm glad I didn't waste like a ton of flowers on this because it didn't actually work for me. But I do think the principle's sound, and the colors have not changed or faded or browned or anything. So yeah, I would say this is actually a very legitimate way of doing it. Whether you want to put the flowers in resin crafts as, you know, suggested by the website, or just, you know, bookmarks or anything else that you want to use dried flowers for. But thanks so much for stopping by and watching this experiment with me. And if you like the video, let me know by hitting that thumbs up button. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I do love hearing from you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and bye for now.